Hello everybody, and I am starting a new series here on the channel called RimWorld. I was thinking about live streaming this one as well, as I've just started a Far Cry Primal series, but this one is going to need like a lot of time skips because of the research and that. This is going to be a modded series, so I'll quickly show you the insane number of mods we have here. Let's go down this real slow, so in case you do want to read it. If it's requested, I can do a little list for people, but yep. Right, so we're going to be starting a new colony. I've already set up a let's play thing here, and I'll read the story for you now. So, RoZenkai's let's play. Long ago, an incredibly advanced civilization perfected the art of enhancing the species before they were even born, genetically engineering and grown to specs. These creatures had it all, but strive how they did, they could not prepare for when the red dwarf sun in the centre of their solar system began to expand exponentially. Fearing the worst, they made hundreds of colony ships containing the best genes from around the planet, the best implants they could find, and thus began the great exodus of the planet. But the sun was growing faster every day. 100 ships were sent out into the void of space. Only 2 made it out of the solar system. That's the backstory bit there. Right. You awake on the galactic colony ship GemStone, said to carry the gems of the old world, also known as GCS-013. You slowly blink your eyes when you realize that the noise ringing in your ear is the sound of alarms. Frantically panicking, you set to find the problem and wake the others still in cryosleep. After starting the wake-up process, the horror of the situation truly hits. So the idea of that is basically you wake up in space, you've been hit by an asteroid, your ship's about to go down, you don't really know what's going on, and well, basically we've got some. So the idea is that you get in a pod, escape pod, with whoever else is on the ship. There's only 2 people in each escape pod, is how I've sort of envisioned it. And in the escape pod is a survival backpack containing basic gear, basic weapons, and a bunch of other stuff. I did add these as well because I want them. Makes the early game a bit less tedious for food and that. It's going to be more of a buildy story type of playthrough, I'm hoping. So yeah, that'll be the one we'll be going with next. We're going to go with this one because it adds different creatures. It makes the planet feel a bit more alien, a bit more estranged. We're going to be going with medium. We're going to be going with reload anytime because it's modded. If it wasn't modded, I'd happily go committed, but mods crash. It happens. You know? So, next. Right. We want global coverage 100%. And because of the ship was called GemStone, we'll go with the very same. Overall rainfall, we'll go a little bit higher. Overall temperature, we'll go a little bit lower. And generate. Let's see what we get. Here's hoping for something good. Now, ideally, we're looking for something with marble, slate, or obsidian, or all 3. And we want something coastal, like an ocean on one side, because that eliminates one side that we have to protect straight away. So that'd be quite handy. What else? Yeah, I think that's the main ones. I have got like obsidian's part of a mod as well, by the way. It's like more rocks and things that I've added to it. There's also more races, more factions. Yeah, it's just a lot of little tweaks basically. So yeah, this does take a while because I do like to the 100% cover of the earth because it's more rounded, it looks cooler. Right, so now we start the tedious process of figuring out where we're going to set up. This doesn't look like a bad spot over here. What have we got? Charcoal, granite and limestone. Nope. That wouldn't be a bad spot though because of this. It's got attachment to a road, which means we could trade. So if we don't find anything else, that's a maybe. What have we got here? We've got granite, limestone, and sapphire. Sapphire. Marble and slate are my main two that I'm after. Because slate is quite strong and durable, and marble has a beauty bonus. Slate and obsidian, that couldn't be alright, I guess. Limestone, slate, what's that? Rhodonite, no. Okay, well I think we'll probably go with this one, to be honest with you. There's no reason not to. Again, we could have more than one colony. Let's just have a quick look around. What's that? Granite and obsidian. Granite, sandstone. Sandstone, obsidian. And the reason I'm clicking these ones with these ones here, these tiles here, are impassable, so you can't travel through them, you can't really build on them. It's just, they're just sort of like in the way. So if you wanted to go to this village and you lived here, you'd have to go down, across, and up, round, and then round. Whereas these ones here, they only slow you down. But if you actually look, it's mountainous. Movement difficulty of 4, but it also means you can dig into the mountains, which makes setting up with few characters a lot easier, basically. Right, white limestone, yeah, granite, blah blah blah. We also don't want to move in too close to another faction, because, well, they'll be hostile to us immediately because they'll think we're encroaching on their turf, essentially. So, where do we want to go? What's this? Obsidian and sapphire. Nah, sapphire looks very ugly. Yeah, we might just go back over to that one. That was, I think it was slate and obsidian, was it? I believe. Yeah. Yeah, let's go back over there. Right. I believe that was over here somewhere. I haven't already forgotten. What's this? Limestone and rhodonite. I guarantee I'm pronouncing these wrong, by the way. Don't take my pronunciation. Slate, sapphire. Slate and obsidian, that was the one. Just check these. That's not bad, actually. I might go with that one. But that's a bit too close to them. Things to think about, I'll give you that. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Right, so click next. Right, again, prepare carefully. Load preset. Load preset. Now, I've set up 2 basic characters, and the idea is these was what the best had to offer. For some reason, it doesn't save. This side of things, it's like, we don't want beards, thanks. Accept and save. Right. Basically, the eyes got the bionics and all that stuff, and I've added a few people in to the world that will be random encounters. So it'll be things like it could be a raid leader, it'll be one of these people. And the idea of that is these are the people that also landed on the planet from the ship, because it was 2 per pod. So if they all got separated and sent out. Right, relationship wise, I've put these as partners for now. That's just basically, it's an early game mood increase, basically. What else have we got? Yeah, that's like I say, some meds, some cable, some weapons, basic stuff. Right, so just check that's all right. Right, now the stats wise, my thinking was with this is I was going to do a, what they call an online D20 roll. So if I quickly, one moment, please bear with me. D20 online. I don't want a whole spreadsheet, thank you very much. Just want a dice. Right, here we go. So, for shooting, We are going to have D20 roll. We got a 17. Oh, that's good. That is very good. Can I show this actually? Or too much hardware? So we got a 17 on that, and if it's above 15, I decided it was going to be something they're very interested in. Because if it's something they're that interested in, it would be, wouldn't it? Right, roll again. Where's it gone? There. Roll. I only got a 2 for that one, I think. I'm going to get a different roller up because that one's a bit hard to understand. Right. Yeah, 20. Number of dice to roll. 1. Number of rolls. How many slots we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll put 12 and just ignore the first one. Right, so we've got 14, which is just under the over 10, so it's slightly interested but not majorly. Then we've got 9, so interested but not massively. 13, interested but not really interested. 17, that's good. Probably be our primary cook. 15, and I'll put a link to the site I've just used in the description down below. 5, oh no, he's gonna be naff with animals. 16, I mean these can be trained up, so it really doesn't matter all that much. There we go. 2, 6, 7, and last but not least, natural 1. He is stupid. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing again. Roll dice. Right, so the first one was 15. I'm happy we're getting quite high and lucky with the what are they called? With the defensive and offensive abilities. Makes things a little bit easier. And I don't know why, it's just popping into my head. Am I actually recording right now? Yes, I am. I don't know why my brain just did that thing where it's like, are you though? Are you sure though? Right, so 3 was 4. Right, 4 was 9. Ooh, nat 20 for cooking. That's pretty good. There we go. So our primary cook right there. Right, we want 2 for that one, so let's go to. Oh, we can't take that lower, so we'll leave that as it is. Animals 11. Right. 4, 1, 4, 2. So 4, 1, 4, 2, and 10. Okay then. So these are going to be our characters to start off with. I know that bit was probably a bit boring for a lot of people, but I think it's good to have an idea of how your characters get built so you can understand where we're going with it all. Right, let's click start. Are you sure that you're finished with your customization? Confirm that you're ready to start. Let's do this. I've played RimWorld many times before, and the story for this one I have sort of got it in my head, but I am sort of making it up as I go as well. Right, you saw before you an asteroid. I spelled field wrong, but okay. You saw before you an asteroid field like none you've ever thought possible. Frozen in awe for a moment. Again, I spelled you wrong. You notice the sun in the center of the galaxy. Doesn't make sense. It's all blue flame on one side and red on the other, with a strange purple aura. And the two sides seem to fight for dominance in an elegant spiral dance of colours. Shaking your head, you turn and run to the escape pods when a large crash hits. You see someone approaching, dazed and confused. when with a crash the door behind her slams closed. Startled, she wakes to the reality. Wait, so that didn't make sense. The door slams closed. Startled, she wakes. The reality sets in. The rear of the ship has been torn off by a meteorite. You grab the girl in front of you and you dive into the escape pods. You look back at the ship behind you, slowly being torn apart. Next you wonder as you head towards a strange planet surrounded with debris of hundreds of ships that have been struck by the same fate. You land with no major problems, which comes as a surprise given how the day is going. You emerge from the pod, looking around. You feel like you are possessed with a strange energy, almost a tingling. Pulling out of the pods, your survival pack, you begin to take stock of the situation and are suddenly daunted by these questions. What is this feeling? What is this planet? What's going on? And what's next? Okay, game, I want to start now. There we go. Right. That's it, we're out the pods. Right, first things first. Sorry about that. First thing we're going to do is we are going to set up zones. And I know this could be a little bit boring, so I may cut it out, may not. In fact, I probably won't because it teaches you how to do it basically, but I'll probably only ever do this once. Right, so the map we've got isn't great, I won't lie. There's not a lot of stone here, but luckily it does look like we've got that side blocked off as well. So enemies can only come from here and here. So we'll probably end up with basically a wall across here, funnel them in. Yeah. Alright, yeah, so that sounds good. Now what I'm going to quickly do is the way I like to do this, because I've got the add-on, I think it's called Colony Manager or something. Rather than have the colonists set to specifically home, what's the word I'm looking for? Rather than have them set specifically to home, what I like to do is claim everything, and then when things die or when things get dropped, it automatically becomes yours. And on top of that as well, I also want to set up a cleaning zone, storage stockpile, and actual like colony zone type of thing. It'll make sense in a minute. Just gotta do this one first. Right. I know this is probably dull as anything for some people, but got to get it done. Do apologise. There we go, and we're done. Right. Allowed areas. So we've got home 1, area 1. So we're gonna get rid of that. New area, rename. Colony. So that's basically what we're gonna actually be living inside of. New area. We're also going to need a cleaning. We're also going to need a animals, because we don't want the animals indoors, obviously. We also want a guest, because there will be guests and things like that. And that'll do for now. Right, so clear. Nope, wrong one. Yeah, that's fine. So we want to click on you. Now if you look here, there's the health, which is basically you can set up operations, overview. You can see what kind of meal plan they're on, which is what we'll do next. Right, manage outfits. We're not too worried about that one for now. Food restrictions though, we are. New food restriction. Default. Now we don't want to allow rotten. We don't want to allow corpses, because you can actually get that to be a thing. We don't want raw foods, and we don't want oysters or kibble. Okay, so that's pretty much good. Actually, we'll let vegetarian and animal products, what's in there? We'll allow milk and yeah. Okay, right, so that's fine, that's fine. Okay, so select food, default, close. So now if I go to food restrictions, default, default, ideal. And if we go here, now work, no, restrict, no, it's the wrong thing. Oh, I'll sort it out later. Right, drugs policy, this is the big one. Because they will get addicted quite fast. Now, I will be turning everything off for the moment, and then we will go through them one at a time. Again, this is a mod, I think it's called Medical Tab. But obviously you're not gonna... I'll go through these now, one sec. Right, so basically beer, no, we don't want people using it for addictions because we don't want people getting addicted to it. We'll let people use it for recreation. So if it's available and the mood is low, so you can take it any day you want, only if your mood is below 60%. Or your recreation is below 50%. Prodyne, well, that's a medication that boosts the immune system. But that only needs to be taken once a week. And that can be taken to the inventory. Smoke leaf joint, that's essentially weed. But again, we'll allow that. But we'll only be allowing that if the mood hits as low as 20%. And the recreation has to hit 40%. Cat's eye berry juice, we'll allow that for recreation. I don't believe that's addictive. Yeah, that's not an addictive substance, that's fine. Catnip joint, again, I think I'll be leaving that one as nope. Ambrosia, definitely nope. Oh, sorry. Serenium, refined from the jelly produced by insects. Serenium is a mood enhancing drug, yeah. Anything that's mood enhancing is a defo no. Yo-yo, nope. Flake, nope. Psychite tea, it says tea, but it's still got psychite in it. It is like Indian tea type of thing. It's defo a no. Right, this one can be for recreation. No, that's got an addiction to it actually. Again, mood's below 20, recreation's below 30. Can't see us getting many of these though, and we'll take one of them to inventories in case of emergency. Yeah, you can take that whenever you want. Let's see, every 7 days. Again, take one for your inventory. 7 days. One. See, a lot of the time we won't actually have these available. So that's why I'm like, well, if I just set them up now. Birth control. That one I think goes for 14 days. But again, we won't have that for a while either, as far as production goes at least. And again, that's a no, that's a no, that's essentially cigarettes. That's essentially like Coke. Yeah, it's... Right, and this will be called default. Close. And now everyone's on default. Sounds good. Right, once we get outfits started to be made, then we'll set this up. But until then, there's not really much point, to be honest with you. Now, restrict. You can decide when people sleep, eat, work, do nothing, or do whatever they want to do, or go to school and all that stuff. Now, we will be, for the moment, we'll keep them unrestricted because we've got nothing actually built. But we will be setting up a couple hours of work to make sure they actually do the jobs. And I like to go 3, 2, 2, like that. And that gives them 2 breaks. And then they get break here, but that's if they want to break. So yeah, and then that'll work. Now there's 2 ways you can do this bit. This is the complex bit that again people find boring. And bear in mind, if we get more colonists, we won't be doing this again. This is a first episode only type of thing. That's why I'm not live streaming it. Now you can either tick this as it's ticked now, and it will go from left to right. So on the left is the highest priority, to the right is the lowest priority. Or you can take this, which is what I like to use. This makes it a number priority. It will still go left to right, so if you see that's 3 and that's 3, it still means it'll pick firefighting over patience. But if I set that to 2, it will now pick patience over firefighting. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And now what we want to do is we want to set firefighting to a high priority, patient to 2, doctor, we will set to, what's the doctor skill again? 4, and yours was 6. So you can be the primary doctor, you can be the backup doctor. Bed rest 2, haul plus. Now haul plus is essentially when I tell them to hold something, like get it done. So that can go down to a 2. Basic. Now if I control click basic, it will say here, it will expand it to say what that exactly entails. Now flick switches wants to be high priority. Releasing prisoners doesn't need to be, and opening containers doesn't need to be. And that's a way of making sure that that stays a lot more organised. Magic, that can go to a 5 on both because they don't know any magic yet. Wardening is if we take on a prisoner or something along them lines. Any skills that they're not very good at, like you see that's only a 2 in the skills. If you look where it says a relevant skill, social, average of relevant skill 2. And then this one here is 7. So I like to set them to quite high, like an 8 or a 9. And that way if there's no one available to do it, they will just still do it. Now obviously execute prisoners I don't want them to do because they'll botch it and they'll get released. Releasing prisoners anyone can do. Take prisoners to bed, again, I don't want you doing that. Feed prisoners, again, that's fine. Deliver food, yeah, that's fine. Chat, that's fine. Chat with prisoners is something you want to make these guys high priority at, because that will essentially raise this skill. And it doesn't matter if they get annoyed, because why would it? They're prisoners. Right, entertain colonists, again, that can stay high. Right, now, handle, animal handling. Again, I will set this for about, I'll go with a 6 for that. 7. And they've got a good skill on that, so I'm going to set that to a 4. Now, feed animals, slaughter animals. No, that could go to, actually, bulk animals, that needs to go down to a 3 for both years, because I want that doing prioritied. Tame animals, nope, that's not something you're going to be doing for a while. Train animals, again, that could go down to a 3. Right, negotiate, and again, this is basically just got to go through this now. Entertain guests, recruit visitors and prisoners. That's not something I want doing specifically right now, so I'll get that to a 7, I think. Because we're not going to have guests for a while yet. We've got to set up guest beds and all that kind of stuff. Right, now, they're both quite good at cooking, so that comes in handy. So that'll be set left to a 3. We won't be using the campfire, we'll probably just go straight for the field stove and then to a proper stove. Butcher creatures, now what we'll do with this is I'll set him to a 4, and then he'll be butchering while she's cooking. Okay, fill food hoppers, well, I won't be using them. Deliver, oh, brew liqueurs, again I'll set that to about 7, because that's not something I'm going to be majorly doing for quite a while. Hunt is something neither one of them are going to be doing unless I specifically make them. Construct is something everyone should be doing at a 1, sort of. Broken down things need to be fixed immediately, so that's yes. Uninstall structures, anyone can do. Build roofs, anyone can do. Remove roofs, anyone can do. So, one sec, take that to a 3. Right, remove thick roofs. Now, only ones with decent skill can do that. So I don't want them, because otherwise the roof will fall on them. Construct placed frames, again, that's not something I want you doing. Maintain components, that's something we can both do. Deliver resources, again, that's good. Deliver resources, yep. Deconstruct structures, yeah, that's fine. Repair robots, that's something I want only you to do, so you can go up. Repair damaged things, anyone could do. In fact, that needs to go a bit higher priority. Remove floors, smooth walls. So that's fine. Done. Next. Yeah, I know, it's tedious. It's even harder when you're trying to read it all out as well. Like, Harvest crops, sow crops, and what's that? Sow orchids. Or orchards. Why did I say orchids? Yeah. We'll just set that up. Oh well, I'll sort that out later. Right, harvest crops. Yep, that needs to be a higher priority than that, because and that can go away for now. Quarry. That can go to a 5. Basically, I've got a mod in here that's a quarry, because eventually you'll run out of resources on the map. So if you build a quarry, you can set it to infinite, and they'll still have to dig, and then you can set up what loot you want to drop from there at a chance rate. So that's what we'll be doing basically. Mining is just mine and drills, but I'll turn the drills off until we've actually got them. Now this one is one I'll probably tweak with quite a lot, but for now I'm going to make sure that's high priority because we need to get stuff dug out to live in. Plank cut, again, that needs to be high priority because that's when I tell them to cut something, not when they decide to cut something. So yeah, we don't have a smithy yet, so I'll leave that for now. Tailoring, I'll take that to a 4. Art, we don't need to worry about yet. Crafting, we don't need to worry about yet. Hauling, right, that's an important one. Hauling has a lot more than just hauling in it, which a lot of people don't realise. Rearm turrets, very important. Unload carriers, not important. So you don't want them at the same tier because you don't want to be unloading a camper van. What they called? A caravan. When your turrets need rearming if you're getting attacked. Load transports, again, that can go up. Load caravans, again, that can go up. Strip corpses, again, that can go up. Yeah, you can take the clothes off dead people. Yeah, I know. Refuel fuelable buildings, that can go up because we won't be on fuel for very long. Cremation builds, that can go down because that's quite important because you don't want... They will get upset if there's too many corpses about. So every time they see a corpse, it's like, yeah. Campfire stuff, don't care. Take beer, again, that's not going to be something for a while. Fill ferment stuff, again, that's not going to be stuff for a while. Whole general things, that can go to about a 4, I think. Deliver resources to frames, that can go to a 5. And yeah, that can go to a 5. And merge things can go to a 4. Now cleaning is another one of those jobs that I was very underestimated in this game. Because, well, food poisoning. You know, if people get sick, the filth around them will matter. Big time. And for now, this stuff can just get turned off. Right. So, for now, we are done with that. And one thing I like to practice very often with this, that was my old playthrough, is frequent saving. Because, again, modded, it crashes. It will crash at some point. Guaranteed. So, GemStone, let's play. Alrighty then. Okay, so now actually into the game. Sorry about that. That was a bit of a pain. Restrict. No animals. We want them getting trained. And yeah, we don't really care about that for the moment. Okay. Why did that only show one animal? Do we not have 2 animals? Oh no, we don't. We only have 1. Okay, that's not an issue. Right, now, if I hit tab, go to orders, and unforbid everything. So now that all belongs to us. So you can equip that. You please equip that. Get it done. Thank you. You equip that in your offhand, and you equip that in your offhand. Okay, you wear that. I know it's a pain, but you wear that. What's that? Citrus large backpack, oh yeah. Okay, and now I want you to grab that. I want you to grab that. Right, now let's figure out where we're going to set up first. So, we are going to need to dig into somewhere, so I say, so this here is basically our plot, and I'm probably end up making this side for the animals, so it's essentially, this is where we're going to be living. So, I think we take advantage of the steel here by mining it out. And what we'll do then is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, that's too wide, that's fine. And then we'll probably come in here. Let me just clear that one sec. Come on, brain. There we go. Alright, so the plan is we come in here, then we go to a 4 wide corridor. And then because we all need vents on the kitchen, we will take that to the right. So that will probably be the... No, that needs to be bigger again, doesn't it? So the door's going to need to go there, so that one needs to go. Sorry, wrong one. 1, 2, 1, 2, okay. Because we need the workbench here, seat here, passage through here, and then actually we could probably make that a storage room. Well, I'll leave that there, but if I bring that up again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, boop. Then that top bit can be the kitchen. This bit here can be the storage for the kitchen. Fridge, that's the word. And then we can take this out and yeah. Okay. Right, so for now we want that digging out, that all digging out, and get that dug, and 2, 5, 6, that dug. Now bedrooms. For now, I think we will probably go with let me think. Bed will go there, table along there. Yeah, that's about a decent size, I think. Because I mean that's a temporary bedroom, you know, and that's at best. Okie dokie. Now I will also extend that out a bit more, and that all obviously needs to be done. Okay, let's hope to get to work. Speed this up a bit. There we go. Now, while they do that, production. See here, we've got lots of different things like the fuel stove is what we'll be going with first. So all the trees in this area, we're also going to want to mark for basically getting cut. Where are they going? Alright, yeah, let's get a bed installed. Just because it's going to take more than one night to get that done. Go in and get that installed. Yeah, I'll make him install it. Click in like that. Right click, cannot horse into a bed, normal, not empty, accessible slot configured to store it. Did that back to front. Boop, and then click the bed, set owner, M2, close. Now they've got a bed. Now the food over here and the medicines, if you look, health deteriorated because of unroofed and outdoors. And basically until we get something dug out to put it inside of, that is just going to be the way it is. Now power. Wind turbine, there it is. Now let me think. We put this here. like so. Actually no, because we're not going to be having that for very long, hopefully. So we'll probably just bring that to about here. Where would it go? Oh right, it's on marshy soil. Okay, and gonna have one there. Okay, that's not bad. Now if we click on the character, we'll go to needs. You see here, ravenously hungry. So right now he's very hungry, which is a bit stupid. There's some food right there. Because it's not in the stockpile, he doesn't know he can eat it. So if I tell him to go and consume a packaged meal. I know, it's a bit daft to start with, but it is what it is. Right. What I'm going to do for the moment is cancel that for now. Yeah. And oh yeah, I haven't actually assigned that bit yet. That's good. Right. Production. Wrong one. Stone cuts table, that's what we want. That can go there for the minute. And simple research bench can go there. Zone, dumping stockpile. For the minute, can go there. And we can sort this out in a minute, but for the moment. Storage, critical, allow all, not rotten. And don't want any. Where are your raw resources? Don't want any corpses at all. Okay. So if I click that now, click that. Cargo pods, let's see what's dropped. We've got cobra flesh, that's actually quite good. That's meat. So, prioritize hauling. So we should run down there now and get that done. Mad monkey, where's the monkey? Right, so we need to deal with that. Let's draft him, send him there. Right, I did equip you with an offhand, didn't I? Oh well, melee attack. It's dead. Now, what was I doing again? Hauling, that was it. Right, there we go. Prioritize hauling cobra flesh. Oh, marriage is on. Azurite proposed a lifelong commitment to RoZenKai. RoZenKai agreed, and the two are now engaged. At some point in the coming days, the Quadrums, they will have their marriage ceremony and invite the colonists. Now, what's cool about this as well is if I go to social here, it will actually say here in the tab thing here, it'll say RoZenKai chatted about the weather with Azurite. RoZenKai talked about cooking with bell peppers. Azurite and RoZenKai joked about fat people, so apparently we've got something against fat people. RoZenKai chatted about beautiful people with Azurite. RoZenKai and Azurite chatted about recreation. Azurite proposed a lifelong commitment to Rosenium. Rosenium agreed, and the two are now engaged. Azurite and Rosenium chatted about balloons. Rosenium and Azurite talked about recreation. So there are some conversations that will pop up, and there are actually like dialogue boxes that will pop up above them as well for more detailed conversations. Need recreation, right? Okay. I think we should be able to get a horseshoe off them. Can't get that stuff up yet, right? Now I need to get a few of these trees cut down, so they can get chopped. They can get chopped, and I can get chopped. And that one. Okay. Need defenses, yeah, I know that. Now, what's he doing? Stockpiling, that's fine. Okay. Where's the no music? Can't hear the music. 1 second. Oh, there it is. Not sure why that went off. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Righty then. It's not a lot to do for the minute, to be honest with you, so I'll probably end up making a cut here, and I'll probably bring you back when there's something more interesting going on, to be honest with you. Yeah, once we've got this dug out, we've got these little bits built here, I'll bring you back and we'll see what's going on. So yeah. But actually, how long have we been recording for? Is it a wrapping up point, you reckon? OBS, let's have a look. We've been recording for 46 minutes. You know what? Yeah, let's wrap it up here then. So, hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks for watching. If you really liked, leave a like. If you really liked, subscribe. And if you absolutely loved it, check out the links in the description. Leave a comment below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.